Yo, welcome everyone to today's video. Well, today we're gonna discuss what steps you should do if you get rallied. For example, which kind of range you ask, what should you do afterwards. So all kind of possibilities can be discussed. Of course, there are also a lot of different opinions probably. Yeah, I have two examples, a bad one from 3v3, a good one from 3v3. Yeah, if you like such kind of videos, please press the like button, make the YouTube algorithm comment. Also, maybe if you trying to join 3v3, hit up Cyclone or any of our fours. And now before we jump to the actual video, I have a small advertisement how you can save money in the game. Let's go. Before we go to the actual video, I want to introduce to you today's sponsor of this video, which is the Amazon Appstore. A lot of you guys might know this already. You can save up to 20% on all of your in-game purchases. All you have to do is download Lords Mobile from the Amazon App Store and then buy your Amazon coins. There are different tiers, right? So you can spend less, you can spend also a little bit more. Then the more you spend, you get a little bit higher discount. As an example here, 10,000 Amazon coins would be $82, which is an in-game value of $100. So you save here 18%. There is the higher tier where you can, for example, buy $400, which would be reflect an in-game value of $500. Also, there is a lower tier. So you can differentiate and you get the discount right away. So you don't have to spend a certain amount till you get to that stage. So you get the discounts right away. All you have to do is click on the first link in the description. Also, it is pinned as a comment where you find all the instructions. There you can find it's very easy to use, like a normal app store. And now I wish you, also a nice weekend and enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and see you next time. Bye. All right, here we have our boy Instant. He is offline, he is in Wargear. I think you will see later on his Wargear, it's full mythic, but he's not in talent. So, of course, any kind of counter is pretty deadly. It's always been like that. It doesn't matter anymore. If you have mythic level 60 Wargear, the enemy most probably have Astralite geared pieces. And if you get countered, it's pretty deadly. It doesn't matter if you have 20 million troops, 30, 40, 50. It will be a big damage. So first step is to just not rely always on your one front line that you have. And so this you have to consider beforehand. Another thing is that you can do in this case as a guildmate to garrison, so that the person on the other hand can't check frontline again. And this is what I did in this case. Even though I'm pretty low geared and stuff, you don't need to be geared for that, because most of them have low marches for testing front lines. And then as a guildmate, you in this case, of course, ideally would be to strengthen his front line, because he's not online, so he can't swap formation. So it doesn't make sense to send, for example, mix rates. Here you see me successfully defend 2 times of him checking against the front line if the target maybe came online. I mean, sometimes it is you check the front line at the beginning and then you check at the end before you march, and then if they see you check front line, they cancel. Unfortunately, our boy was still offline, so I thought maybe if I can reinforce, they will cancel, but they did not. And as you can see, even in a range wedge formation against full inf, it is a big damage. And so that is why you always need to check your watchtower, what is coming, and check and change the front line. It doesn't matter anymore. You can't just, like back in the days, you could just sit in any formation. The damage was not huge. Even if you get countered, range wedge was the non plus ultra, but that is simply not the case anymore. And for this specific case, if you always do not know what the enemy is rallying, the safe call here is get mixed T4 reigns or T5 reigns, but ideally I think not every guild has T4s, T5s, so I would not really recommend to do T2 reigns. I don't think this is a very good approach. It's always good to get your power up, get your T4 up, T4 count up, and and then try to defend. Of course, if you are frontline trap, T4 frontline trap, you want to get those reigns which strengthen your frontline. That's no doubt. But I don't think frontline traps are nowadays still an issue because it's very costly to heal, to build. Black Wings are there, so yeah. Now let's come to the second defend or rally target from our side, Blood Arena. And here you already seen he has quite a lot of troops, quite low might, so pretty deadly if the enemy doesn't know how many troops you have. And you maybe saw it also, they got tested cav front, and usually you would assume they come range. But the enemy can be also smart and think, if you're online, so we assume we come range, so they will swap to inf. So they will set a cav rally. And that is why you can't really rely on, okay, I did cav formation, right? So they tested me in cav, I swapped to inf. Can be deadly as well. So it's always safe call, check your watchtower, and then swap to the formation that is good to defend a full cav march, which is range wedge. All right, yeah. I hope this was kind of clear to make my point. Checking the enemy march is the most important thing for successfully defending an enemy rally, so that you have time to swap your front line. I even would rank this higher than popping an attack boost. Of course, gear is important. You need to swap gear, and then of course front line. And you have to be fast in this case, right? Sometimes maybe it's better to port or to shield if you're not, if you don't feel confident enough. So this is always something that you should decide yourself. It is situational, right? If your guild mates are helping you, maybe you can be. The ideal case is if you are in a call, you have to focus on changing gear, changing front line, and the other one are focusing on enemy gear or troops if they garrison, so that you have to just click, change gear, and then listen to what is coming and then change the formation. I think that is the best way. Of course, there are rally party traps who might be able to defend 20 plus rallies, but for that you need a huge front line. I don't know how many T2s you need. You need a bunch of T4s, maybe like 6 million or something. I'm not really a super expert in this, but at least I know the basics, what should be done. And I see a lot of mistakes there coming up. I want you to be able to at least defend one rally, right, in a way that you do not lose a massive amount of troops. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, guys, and wish you a wonderful weekend then if it's coming, and till the next time.